everybody. I'm going to make this nice and quick. Just a quick follow-up to the exchange of messages with Kratz. He has now blocked me. Pretty futile, I think, but it certainly displays the level of cowardice for which he is obviously renowned. Cowardice to threaten domestic abuse victims into into providing him with his sexual fantasies. That, in anybody's terms, is the definition of a coward. Somebody that bullies women, that can't get them to do what he wants without bullying them and threatening them. That's the definition of a coward to me. And that's exactly what Ken Kratz is. He's just a coward. Of course, pretty futile. I can still, see what he's saying, that everything is shared so much these days. We can all see what he's up to with his various tweets and stuff. And he's got his book that's coming out, apparently with a couple of new episodes. Well, whoopie-doo, I'm sure that'll be as huge a success as the last one, and it'll be a complete and utter failure. Now, the reason he blocked me, of course, was because I asked him a simple question, which I started off by asking the question, is Mike Halbach over the grieving process? Because he said it could last days. And now, putting my rather shallow, acerbic sarcasm aside, of course, the obvious answer is that if, as we suspect, that the bones are Teresa's, then, and she really is dead, then there will never, ever be an end to the grieving process for Teresa. And that's an obvious thing to say. But as I say, putting my shallow sarcasm to one side, I asked a very, very legitimate question, which was, when Mike Halbach said that, what did his investigators do about it? Did they immediately jump on that? Did the reporters immediately go to the police and say, you need to listen to this? This is devastating stuff. He has just referred to his sister in the past tense. As I say, in so many other cases, such as the Soham murders, that was the game changer, the fact that changed and pointed the finger at Maxine Carr and Ian Huntley. So as I say, what happened? Why weren't the journalists immediately jumping on that? Why weren't law enforcement? As I said the other day, let's reverse that. Let's suppose that Stephen Avery was being set up for the murder of one of the Avery and Lassie family members. If Brendan had said, the grieving process could, last days, they would have jumped on them from great heights. Of that, there is absolutely no doubt. And let's be clear about this. They had 2 years to plan getting rid of Stephen Avery and his suing them, particularly after the revelations, the devastating revelation about the phone call 8 years earlier. Anyway, that's all I've got to say for now. Very shortly, I'll be back at the house and having a wee chat with the Hod. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Nap. Say goodbye, Nap.